Good morning, my friends. How are you this morning? I hope you're having a good morning so far and you woke up and you did some big stretches and got some wiggles out and you've had breakfast and then washed your face and brushed your hair and brushed your teeth and put some clothes on. And here we are. So let's say good morning with our heart. Good morning. And to all of our friends, good morning from under the rainbow. And we will start with the date. So, who knows what day it is today? We've been saying it a lot. So, yesterday was Tuesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So, what day of the week is today? Did you say Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. And what month are we in? Did you say April? Yeah, we're in the month of April. So today is Wednesday, April 15th. There it is. Wednesday, April 15th. And we are still in the season of, we're still in the season of spring. Here we go. And we're having so much spring weather. Here it's been kind of cloudy and sunny and then cold and then rainy. And I got the weather jar this morning and there is no water in there, but it definitely was so cold when I brought it in. It almost fogged up. But yeah, it was super cold when I brought it in, but no water, so we haven't had any precipitation here. So in my book today, I wrote April 15th and I drew clouds in the sun because I'm really hoping that it's not going to start raining anytime soon or snowing. But spring is on its way. I mean, it's here, but spring weather, more sunny weather is definitely on its way. And so we can keep being hopeful for that. And I hope you guys are getting outside and exploring some of the signs of spring, like things growing and muddy puddles and some days of lots of sun. Okay, so let's do some French. So we'll do our how we're feeling today. So we'll go aujourd'hui, ça va bien, ou mal, ou comme ci, comme ça, ou fantastique. Oui, bravo mes amis. And we haven't sang it in a while, so I thought we should sing the days of the week. So let's sing that together. And I want you guys really to sing with me because it sort of feels funny singing alone. So let's all sing together. Okay. And it goes like this. Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Il y a 7 jours, il y a 7 jours, il y a 7 jours dans la semaine. Il y a 7 jours, il y a 7 jours, il y a 7 jours dans la semaine. Bravo! And we have been doing some spring words to printemps. And who remembers what this was called? What did we call this guy? Let's turn around. Yeah, c'est la fleur. And aujourd'hui, la fleur pousse. It's growing today. So pousse is growing. So la fleur pousse. Oui. Okay. Qui se souvient? Who remembers what this is called? Oui. La grenouille. La grenouille saute. He jumps. La grenouille saute. Oui. And last week we looked at this. Who remembers what this was called? Oui. Le parapluie. C'est ça. Le parapluie. Yesterday, we looked in this book and we found a picture of what? Oui, le jardin. Voilà le jardin. There we go. So those are just some nice French words to remember and hopefully you can use them when you're outside on your walks. Okay, so today we have our life cycle of the frog that we looked at yesterday, and I colored mine, and I thought we could glue them on together. Maybe you've already glued yours on, or now we can do it together. Okay, so at kind of the top first arrow of my life cycle, I'm going to put these. So what are these called? Yeah, they're the eggs or the spawn. There we go. So I'm going to put them in here. And then what comes after that stage comes the, are you seeing it? Yeah, the tadpole comes. So here's my tadpole. We talked about him yesterday and all the cool stuff he can do. Breathe underwater with his gills and has that strong, powerful tail. And then the frog keeps growing and turns into this. And what do we call this? The froglet. Yeah, so that's going to go here on my life cycle. There, the froglet. And now the frog has grown some lungs and is not only breathing underwater, but now is breathing through his lungs and has grown hind legs and forelegs, and now its tail is getting smaller, so it's shrinking. And then as it keeps growing, it turns into the adult frog. That's right. There we go. So here we go. Okay, so that's our life cycle of the frog. Now the second part of this activity that I sent to you is this part, and excuse me because I have some writing on it on the bottom, but you don't have to worry about that. So the other part here is you can put it in order. Okay, so you're going to start with the eggs, and then the tadpole, then the froglet, and the frog. And then on the back here, I wrote out my cursive words, the 4 words of the life cycle. So you know that if we're in class, you're going to have to do labeling and you're going to have to do the labels of the life cycle. So I would really like you to do this. I'm going to take a picture of this and send it in my email, and then you can look at my cursive and copy it, or you can just write it yourself if you already know how to do that. So that's cool. So I'm going to hold it up. So it says eggs, tadpole, froglet, and frog. Okay, so you're going to write those out, or you can write them right on your page, and then you'll have your life cycle all labeled, and then you'll also have your life cycle book, little book or little strip, and those are two things of the frog. That's really cool. Moving on. So for language today, we are going to look at a new phonogram, and it is the sound y. Okay, here. Y, the sound y. So the sound y sometimes shows up at the end of a word, and instead of making the y sound, it makes the sound e. So I've written down some words that have the y at the end of the word. All of these have the y at the end of the word, and instead of saying y, we say e. So the first word is bunny, then I have sadly, then I have candy, then I have dolly, and then I have bumpy. Okay, so those are my 5 words that I had that have y at the end, and when we have y at the end as the last sound, it makes the sound e. So can you guys all say e? Easy. Okay, so the activity today is to draw a picture, isn't that fun, with these 5 words I've given you, and then for you to come up with one more word that has y at the end and add it into your picture. And so you can draw all these things, reading them, and I'll send them to you, or you can also draw them and label them in your picture. Okay, so I'm gonna put a y at the top of my picture. I wonder, this pencil is so cute. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna draw it in marker so you can see a bit better. Okay, so it's like my y picture, so I put my y, but because we're doing the phonogram E, I'm gonna call it E, okay? So E, and the first one I'm doing a bunny. Okay, so I can draw a bunny. I'm gonna draw a body, and I'm gonna draw a head with some big floppy ears. Okay, there's my bunny. Okay, there. There's my bunny. And then, okay, another one of my words is candy. So I'm gonna draw maybe some chocolate eggs and maybe some lollipops. There we go, lollipops, okay. And oh, I know that another one, so there's my candy. And then I know another one of my words was bumpy. So I'm gonna make the road or the ground or the garden that, though I guess my candy's growing in a garden, look really bumpy. So there I have a bunny and some candy, and I have a bumpy road or bumpy garden. And then the other one I have a dolly. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a dolly. Okay. And then, well, it says my other word is sadly, so maybe the dolly got left out in the rain and she's a little sad? I don't know. So I'm going to do a sad face on my dolly. There. So there I have my bunny and my candy and my bumpy garden and my sadly crying dolly. So there we go. So I used all 5 of the words in my drawing. Maybe your drawing will look a little different. And then I want you to use one more word. So I want you to think of one more word with the E sound, and maybe your grown-ups can help you. And I want you to add that to your picture, okay? And then the next thing you can do, of course, is to label it. So I'm going to label mine bunny and bumpy. Okay, so then you can label all of the things in your picture, and you'll have a picture with the E sound on the bottom, or sorry, with the E sound all through it. Okay, so that's a fun thing to do for the fondant E. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our math and our counting. So this whole week we're playing and we're exploring with our number 100. So we did groups of 10 and we put some labels, and then we did groups of 5 and we put some labels. And so today we're going really deep and we're going to go really lots of counting, but I promise you it's going to be fun. And we're going to do groups of 2. Okay, so are you guys ready? I think you are. Okay, so I just have all of my 100 right here, and I'm going to just count them into piles of 2. So the first thing you're going to do is just take your 100, oh, my 100's rolling, and you're just going to count them into piles of 2. So it's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2. This part's pretty easy, and you just kind of want to make sure you leave enough space in between your counters so that you can easily put your labels when it's time to label your groups. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit more space between mine. 1, 2. And really you're just counting 1, 2, 1, 2, because right now we're not so much worried. We know we have 100, so we just need to make the groups. Just have to break it into groups of 2. It's like you're having a big party and everybody's sitting at tables of 2 people at your table. Okay. So here I go. Maybe I will do a couple more. So I'm not going to do my whole 100 in groups of 2, but I would love for you to do it and then send me a picture if you want to, but no pressure. Okay, so there, I've done a bunch of groups of 2. So then once I've done all of my 100 into groups of 2, I'm going to take my counting tickets and I will send them to you by 2. So you can either print them out and cut them, or you can write them out. That would be an extra challenge. And now I'm going to look for the first one is 1, 2. So, where is the 1? Oh, I'm sorry, that's kind of off the camera. Sorry, guys. Where is the 1? Oh, here. So this one here says 2, so it's going to go with my first group of 2. Okay, so 1, 2 now has a 2. Maybe I'll put it underneath. You can see a little bit better. Sorry, I know they're a bit small. Okay, then I'm going to go, okay, 3, 4. Not bad. That's pretty good. Well, look, there's number 4. So it's kind of like a big puzzle game because I'm having to count and then find the number that I've counted and match them, right? And these are all mixed up, so it's like super fun. Okay, so now I'm going to go 5, 6. Here is 6. Good. Okay, 7, 8. So I'm looking in my pile, and there is 8. Okay, 9, 10. 10. 11, 12. There is 12. 13, 14. There is 14. Yeah. So I'm really just counting by twos, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. Where's 16? Here is 16. There we go. 17, 18. 18, a 1 and an 8. 19, 20. 19, 20. 20. 21, 22. Oh, there's 22. 23, 24. 23, 24, there, 24. 25, 26. Oops, I passed us on a roll. 26. 27, 28. 28. 29, 30. 30. There we go. And look, I even put out more piles than I initially made tickets for. But basically, this would be 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and so on. Okay, so I'll just put those away for now. And then you're going to get to 100 at the end. So your very last pile of 2, you'll put your 100 underneath. And there you've taken number 100 and divided it into 2, and you'll have lots of piles, and maybe you can count at the end and see how many piles you have all together. And I know it's a lot of counting and a lot of practicing with numbers and talking about numbers and exploring with numbers. But it's so good to count. And in class, we do a lot of counting because the more we understand how our numbers come together, when we start doing addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, this really helps us because we know where the numbers go and we know which comes next and we know what makes sense. We know what comes after, we know what comes before, okay? So I appreciate you doing all this big counting at home. I wish I was there to help you, but I'm always here, and if you ever have any questions, you can just have your grown-up send me an email and I can help you that way. And I hope you're having fun because really counting, and especially playing with numbers like 100 in different ways, is supposed to be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to put this away. And yeah, I would love to see a picture. And you've done counting by 10, you've done it by 5, and now you've done it by 2. And you've done number 100 all these different ways. So cool. Okay. All right. So, because we're talking about frogs this week, I thought, we have to do and make something fun that reminds us about how cool frogs are. So I made this, and I'm going to send it to you so you can make it at home. And basically, I just took this frog pictures and I printed them, and then I glued them on popsicle sticks, and then I used an old egg carton to be my speckle block, okay? So if you don't have popsicle sticks, that's fine. You can use like a hard cardboard or just construction paper to hold up your frogs, or you can even just sit your paper frogs into your egg carton. If you don't have an egg carton, you could also use something like a toilet paper roll like this, where you cut holes in the top and glue 2 together to make your speckle block. That would be an idea. And we are going to sing our 5 frog song, and I hope you sing with me, and we'll probably do it again tomorrow too because it's fun. So here we go. Okay. 5 green speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were two green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Two green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was one green speckled frog. Glub, glub. One green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. She jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were no more green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Now they're all swimming. Good. So I hope you have fun doing that and making that at home. And we'll sing it again tomorrow. And then you'll have yours maybe made, or maybe you already made it, but if you didn't make it, you can make it tonight, and we'll do it tomorrow together. Okay, fun. All right, and the last thing for practical life today, I wanted to do a pouring work, because that's something we do a lot in class, and I know you guys are probably all excellent at pouring, but it's always nice to practice. So I have my jug here, and I just used a little creamer or a little milk container, and I have my little mug, okay? So you can use, any size, but maybe something more like your size is a good idea. And I just used one pouring, like there's a peace sign on it, one little pouring espresso mug, but maybe you have shot glasses or little glasses you can pour into. And I already put my water inside my jug. And I just wanted to go over when we pour. So when we pour, it's really important to, of course, hold the handle, but also to use our other hand to support our pour. Because when we're pouring, we're using this hand to go up, and we're also using this hand to push and to guide the water into our cup, our container. So also when I'm pouring, I want to move it pretty close to me so I can look inside my cup to make sure I can see that I'm not going to spill over top, okay? And so if it's too high, you want to move it so you can see. If you can, you always want to be above what you're pouring, okay? All right, so I'm going to pick up my jug, and I'm going to put 2 fingers on here because that's the size. If I had a big jug, I might use my whole hand, but I'm going to use 2 fingers to guide my pour, and I'm going to pour into my cup. I'm going to keep tilting, and then I'm going to let all these drops drop out. One wants to say, there you go. And I've poured all of what was in my jar into my cup. And I was careful to see where it was going. I supported my pour with my other hand, and really had no drops, which is nice. Okay, so that's sort of our goal, is not to overfill our cup and not to really spill it anywhere, because we're being very careful and very conscious of when we're pouring. All right, so I hope you have fun practicing that at home. Again, I know you've done it a lot in class, but it's nice to practice, and you can show your grown-ups how you are such a good at pouring things. And then, of course, as you get stronger and bigger, you can pour bigger jugs in, and you can pour lots of different cups, and yeah, lots of fun. All right, my friends, so we will say goodbye. First, we'll say goodbye to all of our friends under our rainbow. Bye, my friends. And we'll say goodbye from me to you. Bye. I hope you had a fun lesson, and I will see you tomorrow.